Hi. Welcome. Welcome back. Myself? Hi. Alright, can you DJ less loud? Thanks. Well, I almost spilled my coffee all over the place. Hello. I have returned. I've updated a few things in the time I've been away. And I was very sick. What else is new? And of course, I woke up late today. Because what would me coming back to stream be like if I didn't wake up late on the first day? Right? It wouldn't be me if I woke up on time and was completely ready in every way. So I woke up late and decided that I was going to stream. Actually, I decided yesterday that no matter what I was going to, even if it was only for an hour, but we have more than that today. And clearly I'm not prepared because my brain is non-functional. You're sick right now. What the hell is that? Watch streak reached. You're currently on a 3-stream watch streak. What do you mean you're sick right now? You can't be sick right now. Instead of watching my stream, you're like, damn it, she's not here. I better watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's definitely an improvement of quality of what you've been watching if you swap from me to Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's better characters and better character growth in that. And the animation's really good. I think Twitch enabled watch streaks for basically everyone, at least by default. Weird. Why is that going away so fast? It's supposed to be 7 seconds. It's like almost instantaneous. Moment. I'm gonna change that shit. Give them 20 seconds. Oh shit. What the fuck happened? Ah. Save. I don't know how this shit works. I tried to update it and just made me feel stupid. So okay. No, I was gonna say I should rewatch Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I've seen it like 2 or 3 times. I think I'm good. Maybe I should watch the movie. Avatar: The Last Airbender was mostly being used as background noise. I feel like that is some intense background noise. For me, this is gonna seem really weird. I use really random YouTube videos as background noise. Like fairly random videos. Like right now, my background noise is a mixture of me watching the Indie Mouse videos again, if you don't know who he is. I love his content. I think he's a great creator. And recently, as of like today, I've been watching cannot be tamed. She does like rankings of like certain of games. She's like this genre. I'm gonna rank all the games I've played in this genre, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I'm using it like as background noise while I'm either playing something else or just like kind of hanging out or like I'm eating or whatever. Other than that, I'm not really doing much. I'm playing games, playing Battlefield 6 with friends because new Battlefield. Also played Risk of Rain 2 because the DLC came out yesterday, which is really cool. And I've been watching stuff. I was watching Umamusume Cinderella Grey. Watching that. And watching Has Been Hotel season 2. Almost done. I just gotta watch those final 2 episodes. I feel like since I watched Has Been Hotel, I'm kind of like obligated that at some point I should watch Hell of a Boss. Right? I don't know if anybody's even seen either of the shows. The fuck? Echo just looked at me and was like, Mah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I gotta watch. I've been waiting for Has Been to finish the season before I watch season 2. I would have. I'm watching with a friend of mine. We're watching together. He had never seen it before. So we watched season 1 and we watched through all of season 2 that had come up, and I wanted to watch it really bad because of the fact that no matter where I went, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, I was seeing spoilers for season 2, and I was like, I want to watch it before everything in its entirety gets spoiled for me. So I kind of just jumped ahead and decided to watch it. So we made our way through that. It's been pretty fun so far. It's been pretty good, honestly. I will say, they did a good job. Some of those songs are less good than others, but that was the same thing with season 1. I think that season 2 has hit more quality songs in general than season 1. I feel like season 1 has a few songs that I'm like, if I rewatch that, not watching that song. Where season 2 has like maybe one. Also, Hell of a Boss isn't bad, and it's completely self-contained from Has Been. At least as long as I've watched it. Yeah, I think that they're supposed to be like completely contained within their own things. And they do a pretty good job of keeping it contained. I just feel like if you watch one, you should watch the other. I don't know. Maybe? Maybe not? Other than that, I haven't really watched a lot. I'm not a big sit down. Like, I won't watch stuff like by myself. I have to be watching with somebody else, and if watching it with somebody else, I would prefer we were like, you know, hanging out, like cuddled up or whatever on the couch watching it, not like sitting at our desks watching it. I feel like it's not as fun of an experience when we're both sitting at our desks watching some random show miles away from each other. No, I wouldn't skip Angel and Husker songs. I'm not skipping those songs. Come on. They have songs in season 2 that are fucking great. I'm talking about like the songs I'm skipping, to be completely honest. I'm skipping like Vaggie songs. I'm skipping Carmilla songs. The Carmilla Vaggie duo song that they do, the duet that they have. Skipping that. I'm skipping that. But yeah. Fox and Alistair songs are great. Lucifer can be hit and miss, but I'll watch his regardless. I just kind of mostly like the show. And I like the lore. I like that they're delving into some more deep lore in season 2, which is going to be fun as the series goes on. But yeah, that's kind of all I've been watching. I would watch Avatar: The Last Airbender again if it wasn't so long. I get that it's not like super long, but it's long enough and has enough like episodes that are kind of nothing episodes that I don't want to rewatch it. And I wouldn't watch Legend of Korra again. That's not happening. Like, that would need to be like a very, very, very specific set of circumstances that gets me to watch The Legend of Korra again. Because as much as people like to rave about it, like, oh, it was so good, it was so great, it's so amazing, whatever. For me, The Legend of Korra takes everything that The Last Airbender was and just shits all over it. Like, they just, the best thing to come out of it is Avatar 1 and even then, I don't know if I like Avatar 1's story within the Avatar universe. You know? Like, I get it. I understand. But I don't really like the Rava and whatever the fuck story that they put in there, where the two spirits clash, and it's light and darkness, and and there's the dark Avatar. I'm not into that. Holy shit, that scared the fuck out of me. That scared the living shit out of me. Was that a Twitch subscriber? Or was that a YouTube subscriber? I'm so confused. The Twitch ones are supposed to have like a different notification. Hello? I'm so confused. Well, if it was a Twitch subscriber, thank you. If it was a YouTube subscriber too, actually, fuck it. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying the content enough to subscribe. In any capacity you want. Fuck it. But yeah, you can't take a show like Avatar: The Last Airbender and make a sequel where the main character is like, first of all, so unearned. It just like, Korra starts out, she's like young, she's like, I know how to use 3 of the 4 elements as a baby. Bam, 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 bam. And then she struggles with wind. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, they establish, okay, that the elements work similarly depending on which one you use. And like certain ones are like easy. It's like learning a language where certain ones are easier to learn if you know another one. Now, that didn't work out because I think it was fire. No, was it water? Was it water and wind that were supposed to be similar? You can like learn them both together. because they're both very fluid or something. And then fire and earth go together because they're both very aggressive and like strong elements. I don't remember. But like, they say the thing about the water, learning the waterbending technique lets you redirect lightning or whatever, which is cool. But like, something that got to me about Avatar: Last Airbender versus Legend of Korra. Avatar: Last Airbender, really cool. They're like, look at these weird, super special benders. This person can bend blood, and this person can bend magma, and this person fucking can bend metal. Toph can bend metal because she can sense it, because she can't see, because it's like this special thing that she has with the earth. And then you have fucking in The Legend of Korra, okay? It's been a generation. Amber Alert! Jesus Christ, scared the crap out of me. Jesus Christ. That was so loud. What was I saying? Legend of Korra. In Legend of Korra, okay? Avatar: Last Airbender, you have Toph. She is an earthbender who can sense the small impurities in the earth and see the metals. And then she could take that and she could bend it. She's like, blah. In the metal, I could see the earth and I'll bend it. Blam. Perfect. I'm amazing. Okay? One generation later, well, technically two, but it's technically the next generation that learns it. Okay? She teaches an entire generation of people how to metal bend so perfectly, they bend metal into a liquid. Into a liquid! She turned a metal door into like a suit of armor. Okay? And it was kind of shitty. It kind of like crumpled around or looked terrible. Okay? She taught the next generation how to metal bend metal into a liquid form. What? Are we serious? We're taking a character who was really cool and really special for her singular technique, and they're like, give it to anyone, give it to literally anyone who is an earthbender. And instead of doing earthbending, they'll just bend metal now. The same thing with like fucking redirecting lightning. How many characters could fucking shoot lightning? 3? 3 characters could shoot lightning? Azula, Fire Lord Ozai, and Uncle Iroh could shoot lightning. And like 2 characters could redirect it. 3 technically, if you count Aang. Bam. Okay. And then in The Legend of Korra, every firebender can shoot lightning. All of them. It's so dumb. Like, why take this thing that's so special? Like, bending's already rare. The special bendings were supposed to be more rare. And then they just take them and they're like, everyone does it. What's the point then? Everyone's fucking amazing? It's already amazing that you stomp your foot, push your fist up, and then punch outwards, that you shoot a rocket at the ground and then fire it at somebody. Okay? Now you also gotta be able to fucking shoot metal? Why? So we can have the fucking movement gear from Attack on Titan on the police? Lava bending is still special, because technically only 2 characters in The Legend of Korra do it. And that's fucking Dumbo and the villain. Like, I'm just... Like, I was okay with them bullshitting and being like, okay, now all of these people are now airbenders. Suddenly, there's more of them. Sure, okay, whatever. You want to miraculously make airbenders so that the airbending system doesn't die? Fine. First of all, don't give them these new fucking bodysuit things that are stupid. Put them in the robes like they're supposed to be, because it looks better. The bodysuits look dumb, and I get that they're supposed to be wingsuits or whatever so they can fly. It looks dumb. And then I don't know. And then the coolest thing they introduced was the sport. The bending sport, where you have like one of the 3 bending types and you like battle. I thought that was the coolest thing that they added in the entire thing. That's what I mean. It's not just me that thinks it. So many people think it. Hi! Buddhist monks better than wingsuits. They are! And you give them a staff and they fly around. And they can do the little scooter ball. It was so much better. But now, if they make another series, which is apparently they're planning to, if they make a new series, it's gonna be like about whoever's next, and if they make a series about Aang as an adult or whatever, if they ever do that, which people have been asking for forever, then it's gonna be stuff that ties into Korra, and it's all gonna be like Korra this and Korra that, and Korra you, and people are like, oh my god, she's so amazing, she's so strong, and she's so cool, and then. First of all, she sucked as the Avatar. She was fucking terrible as the Avatar. She didn't do anything. And then she's like, we gotta save everything, whatever. And then she fucking Rava dies and she loses the Avatar line. She ruined the Avatar. Would Aang be less of an Avatar without the avatars of the past? Yes. He would be less of an Avatar without Roku. Because Roku helped out a lot, okay? Roku helped out a lot. I would love to see a Roku story. Kyoshi, not as much, because honest to God, Kyoshi's just a bitch. Roku was cool. Roku, like, he was friends with the Fire Lord. He was like, yo, we gotta keep shit, like, real. We gotta not, like, fuck up the whole world and shit. And then the Fire Lord's like, but I want to. And he's like, don't fucking do it. I'm gonna come back here with my dragon and beat your ass. And he's like, And then he goes, and Roku's like, stop doing it. Stop. I'll beat you up. We were best friends, and now I'm gonna beat you up. Which is great. Kyoshi's like, people were like, we gotta kill these people or whatever. Kyoshi's like, I'm gonna chop this mountain in half. Huh. I'm gonna throw you off of it. Man. You're like, Kyoshi, calm the fuck down, bitch. It's just random people you don't know. You're the Avatar. You're supposed to bring peace. All you're doing is murdering people. And there's a part of me that's like, I'm into the Aang's whole, like, pacifist system. I'm gonna move this whole island so I don't have to deal with you people. Exactly. Roku was cool. I feel like some of the other older avatars aren't as cool. I'm sure there are cool avatars from way, like, in the past. Didn't that guy suck, though? Didn't the water guy before Aang suck, though? Also, didn't he lose to Ko? Isn't that how that Avatar cycle ended? I don't remember. I don't know. Me personally, I think that I just have coffee all over my face. Because I took a sip and then I was gonna say a word, then it just spilled out of my mouth. Because I'm dumb. I think that Roku and Aang, that's like the best Avatar cycle pairing that has happened. He didn't suck, but he was a little too self-absorbed and easygoing to care about stuff that fucked up. Cole stole the face of his wife. God. But still, like, it's just like, I don't know. For me personally, I think Roku and Aang were like the best. And Roku's story we kind of saw in the show with Aang. think he was more focused on the spirit side of being the Avatar than the human side. See, that's fair too. But I feel like that's what they were kind of trying to do with Korra, is that she was struggling to deal with the human side, so she started to deal with the spirit side more. And the spirit side was like, so when we're with Aang, okay, and he goes to the spirit world ever, does anything with the spirits or anything, okay, and Ko, the fucking big owl thing in the library, all this kind of, all the stuff there, okay, it's all these like big creatures and they're super powerful and they're crazy, and then there's like shit like whatever, and then Korra goes there and it's like this white wispy bunny and Rava and the evil one, and I'm like, this became less grounded when you decided that the stuff in the spirit world was going to be just literally like a light up show. Because the spirit world, when we were with Aang, was fairly similar to the regular world, except it was with spirits. And the spirits were represented by, like, physical, real things. Like, Ko was weird. It was a weird bug monstrosity. But it wasn't just, like, a glowing centipede with faces on it. It was just, like, a centipede with faces on it. A normal one. I think Ko was a centipede, right? Ko was a bug, right? And then Korra making like the bridge between worlds or whatever, and then she's like, "Come on, my fucking lesbian girlfriend, let's go into the giant portal of light together and go to the spirit world." Was so like, it was very like hunky-dory, the end of a fucking Disney movie, kind of like, ha 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 ha, here we go. Like, it, first of all, the relationship wasn't earned. Like, it's just like, who cares, right? Like, who cares? Just like, just go into, just like, Korra, you want to be the Avatar and shit? Be the Avatar. Your relationship's not earned. Where Aang and Katara is like a thing from like the second they meet, he's got a crush on her. He's like, oh my god, she's so cute or whatever. She's like, huh, he's the Avatar, whatever. And then over time, they grow closer and closer and closer. Whereas like, Korra was like, oh, Mako, he's so cute or whatever. And then it's like, oh, actually, he's a piece of shit. and then randomly in like the final season, they're like, what if maybe she was lesbian? I mean, what the fuck? No, she doesn't learn from her relationship. She doesn't do it. She doesn't learn from anything. She doesn't learn from anything or about anything. She's dumb from the first day to the final day. She's an idiot. She also doesn't learn airbending. She like just like becomes an airbender through fucking magic. They're like, we're gonna take your bending away, and then it's like, bam, airbending, bitch. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you just all of a sudden learned? What? Aang fucking, each element, Aang like went and had to learn from some random fucking person. And yeah, he learned some of them fast. Like, he learned waterbending fast. And like, he was kind of a natural with firebending, but he was afraid of it because he burned Katara. But then he learned to control it in the final season, which was like the best part. And then earthbending, he sucked at, and it was like a struggle. And Toph was like, fucking do it, idiot. Like, Aang and Katara had open spats, and both had times they needed time apart and come back together harder. Yeah, they would fight like all the time, but they fought in ways like, and then right after, you'd see it, like, they would fight, they'd go apart from each other, but then like right when they were apart, they were like, I'm so sad they're gone. And you're like, yeah, see? You need each other. I remember hearing a rumor that if we got a follow-up to Korra, that they were going to label her as the worst avatar in history. Well, that's because she was the worst avatar in history. She just kind of sucked. Like, fucking look at the people that like Aang went up against and won, right? Aang goes up against these crazy fucking people. He fought Fire Lord Ozai during the Comet event, which made him like omega strong. He was like a super god of the universe, okay? And then he wins. And he wins without killing him. He just takes his bending away. Like, what? Not only did you win, but you were pacifist when you won too. Like, that's fucking crazy. Korra is like, anytime she gets in a fight with a bender of equal, like a moderately equal talent, she gets her ass beat. She fucking gets destroyed. Like, are we kidding? Like, yeah, against the fucking other people, the evil, the Lotus people, they fucking beat her up because she sucks, and like, there's 4 of them. But that's because what's his name can fly for some reason. All of a sudden, we're like, yeah, but what if airbenders can fly? Which, like, speaking honestly, okay? Speaking honestly, can airbenders fly? Yes. Yes. Aang could fly, technically. Like, no one can say that he couldn't fly. We have, like, we have images of Aang flying. We have famous images of Aang flying. Look it. He's not very high off the ground. But in this picture, Aang is actually flying. He is not on the ground. Oh, but he's using the air underneath him to... Yeah, yeah. Yes, flight. That's floating. He's still flying. No, we're not arguing. We're talking about Avatar. We're just chatting about Avatar. Man. We're talking about how Korra sucks. You don't even need to be an airbender to fly. Remember the Eastern Air Temple? I don't remember that, actually. Oh, was that the guy in the wheelchair? Was he not an airbender? I mean, you technically never needed to be an airbender to fly. The Fire Nation has airships. They fly all the time. They got the blimps, remember? Guitar got done so fucking dirty in Korra, making her an old lady healer. Either true? True. Like, do we just forget about the fucking "you killed my mother" scene where she fucking stops all of the rain from falling, turns it into fucking ice blades, and then almost kills that guy? And then, like, no, she's gonna be healer now. You just give up on the whole, like, she's badass warrior and also a bloodbender? Like, fuck it, we give up on that. Also, we make rules for bending, right? You can only bloodbend on a full moon because that's when the waterbender's powers are the strongest. And then in Legend of Korra, they're like, but what if, fuck that rule. What if we said, fuck that, you just do it whenever you want? What do you mean we just say fuck that? What do you mean? Oh, we have this rule where you can only bloodbend in we can only do certain bendings in certain conditions. Except fuck that. We'll just do whatever we want. Oh, damn, I should have known that. I should have known we just break the rules whenever we want. I want to know how all of the airbenders are gone. Okay, but Jenna, how is Aang the only one who got away? He was an exceptional airbender, but there were thousands of others. There were thousands. This is like the genocide of the Jedi. Airbenders are non-violent? Yeah. Run away. It's not like they're gonna stand and fight. They're non-violent. Literally, run away. It can't be that hard to hide. Especially the children. They're barely benders anyway. I mean, the lightning bending, we talked about the lightning bending earlier, but like, seriously? I guess. Yeah, but the thing is, you don't end the Avatar cycle. That just doesn't end the Avatar cycle. Listen, the Jedi were ambushed too. And hundreds of them got away. If we watch Star Wars right now, anytime they add a new thing, more and more and more Jedi got away from Order 66. They wouldn't have to deal with the Avatar for long. I mean, that's true. But listen, I'm talking about two in-lore story genocide events. I'm just comparing genocides, okay? I'm just comparing ambush genocides. The ambush of the Jedi when they were genocided, except not really. Someone clear that. We're just comparing genocides, okay? Monkiatsu did that vacuum chamber. Yeah. So they're not violent, except we can literally suck the air out of someone's lungs and kill them. I get that they didn't do that. I get that that was like a lost art to the airbenders or whatever. And it's a Korra thing that makes airbending more violent than it ever was, because that may be one of the most violent ways to kill someone ever. You got some crazy ways to kill people in Avatar. You can burn them alive. You can fucking slice their limbs off with ice blades. You can crush them between rocks. But surrounding their head with air and then pulling the air out of their lungs is violent. See, but so you say that it's hard to hide as an airbender with the arrows in your head. First of all, Aang hides literally in the Fire Nation in an episode with the arrow on his head. I get that he grows hair out or whatever the fuck he does. Hi. But then, what about the children who don't have their arrow yet? What about the children? What about the women and the children too? Well, where are the women? Where are the women airbenders? There's like none of them that we see. I know there were some because you see like one. I guess they're easy to kill when you can shoot fire at them. I guess. When you can literally punch and fire comes out, I guess it's easy to kill people. My thing is like, how do you lose? Like, I know that the Fire Nation's really strong or whatever. How would the Water Nation and the Earth Nation lose to the Fire Nation? The airships fucking shoot rocks into the sky. Shoot rocks in the sky. Boomy is a badass. That dude is fucked. What do you mean, how? They shoot rocks into the sky all the time! They fucking get rocks that come out of the ground and shoot into the sky all the time! Yeah, the airships are made of metal? Bruh. Yeah, but what are you gonna do with airships? Float them around? You gotta come down eventually. And when you come down, big ass rocks are gonna beat your ass. What are you gonna do? Shoot fire at them? Drop bombs? Fucking fair, actually. That's fair. Drop bombs is fair. I mean, you could like hit the bomb in the air with rocks, but like still, that's kind of detrimental. I want real war. I want real war. I want the real war tactics of Avatar: Last Airbender. Show me now. I want Avatar the 40K. I want the 40K Universe Avatar Edition. I want Aang to be on the Golden Throne and them to be keeping him alive with souls. I don't mind pro bending. I didn't find to be bad. I think combatively it was like the most interesting shit that came out of like Korra. I don't want some fucking, this is my big ass mech suit that we made and I control it with platinum and metal bend it around. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, that shit sucks. It's like top center a fighting ring? Yeah, except it was 3 styles of bending per team. You like, nah. Earth Rumble was just real fighting. It's true. The Earth Rumble is literally just real fighting, which is better. Pro bending does have rules. Weird, shitty rules. I like that they made a rule too. Like specifically, Korra's like, I'm gonna be one of the benders in this pro tournament league, and she can do all 3 of them herself. And they're like, you can't do that. That's against the rules. And like, how? How is that against the rules? I mean, I would have been okay with pro bending and them doing pro bending as a thing if it A, did have the more defined rules, and B, was a more interesting thing to watch. And then they just abandoned it for the quote story. how you make a boring sport. We do it in real life all the time. I'm Canadian, okay? Our team, our baseball team, was just in the World Series, and I couldn't have given less of a shit because baseball may be one of the most boring things in all of history. Someone throws a ball really fast in your direction, and you hit it with a stick. And if you hit it with a stick good enough, you run. What the fuck? What the fuck are we doing? Best part of season 1 is the boat scene. Season 3 had the Red Lotus, and they were just well designed. Okay. I don't remember the boat scene from season 1. Is that where they kill each other? When it blows up the boat and they both die? I'm spoiling shit. I don't give a fuck. The Devil's Suicide. Okay, got it. And I would give people the Red Lotus from season 3 if A, the main guy of the Red Lotus wasn't a boring fuck. If he wasn't just some boring fuck. He's just like, I can airbend now. And since I can airbend, that means I can fly. Flies away? You're like, excuse me, what in the fuck did you just do? You flew away? And then the chick with no arms using like the water to be her arms, she like whips people and shit. Cool as fuck. It's an ability they show in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Katara does it when she fights what's his name, which was cool. That was rad. I like that she used it because she had no arms. And then you've got what's his name who can fucking lava bend, which would have been cool if he was doing it, and the main character, one of the dudes, one of the leading guys, didn't immediately learn how to do it at the same time. If it wasn't like, oh my god, a lava bender, maybe I'll do that. Meh. It's like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Yeah. You can't, like, you introduce a group of villains with really unique, very cool powers, and they're like, what if one of the main characters can also do it? And it's like, okay, fuck off. It would have been like, it would have been like if what's her name had like the third eye in her head and she was fucking shooting fucking explosives out, right? And then all of a sudden Mako like flips over the side of the cliff and he like fucking like does the weird like he head whips and then the fucking beam shoots out of his head. Like you're like, okay, fuck off. You can't just fucking like wah, and then I can do it too. Like, okay, all right, fuck it. We should have just had everybody learn the powers of the villains. Fucking Korra can do the octopus arms. And fucking Aang's son, whatever the hell his name is, fucking the main villain guy flies away, and then Aang's son is like, oh no, I have to get him, and he jumps off the cliff and flies away after him. Like, you're like, okay, fuck this show. Like, you can't just fucking take abilities the characters have and then just give them to everybody. Why I don't like Korra is because characters had interesting shit in the original show. And stuff happens to them and they learn specifically through certain events, and then in Korra, everyone does it. Toph is like one of the coolest characters in Avatar. She's like one of the coolest characters in the entire series. And they're like, she can metal bend because she like fucking learned from the moles, and she could see the impurities in the metal and she can bend it. And then they're like, she's a cop now, and now all the cops can metal bend. Excuse me, what the fuck? And then they're like, we made a really pure metal that's like got almost no impurities. It's called platinum, and we can still bend it for some reason. Fuck you. That's not real. No, I still don't want it. I want the special bending abilities to be rare, because it was fun when they were rare. When fucking that final fight with Azula and Katara and I don't remember anyone's name from this fucking show. What is his name? Zuko. When they have their final fight, and it's like fucking scary because not only is she a supremely talented firebender, she shoots fucking blue fire out. She can also fucking shoot lightning like a badass, okay? Katara can't really do anything against that, except for kind of distill it with water or whatever, which there isn't a lot around. Thankfully, there was water around, conveniently for that fight. But Zuko is less of a firebender. He only became a bit better because he learned from the dragons, but he also can't shoot lightning. He can redirect it, sort of. But Azula is literally better than him. By definition, her natural talent is better than his, and she's also very skilled. So that fight was huge because it was the showing of them both being grown and learning and everything, and they learn different techniques to counter each other. She's like, I'm gonna fucking shoot lightning at you, and he's like, I'm gonna redirect it into nothing. Like, just like, and then when you first start watching Korra and you see the factory with all the fucking firebenders shooting lightning into the generator, I was just like, nah. Like, kill me, please. Like, no one in the original show could shoot lightning, and now everyone shoots lightning. Redirection is dangerous, but you can't turn a very rare, super awesome kind of bending into a fucking blue-collar job. I don't care about the colors. I was cool with Azula's because it made Azula special, and I love Azula as a character. I think that she's super cool. I loved how she's like super awkward. It's just like Avatar: The Last Airbender was like, look at this quirky collection of characters, let's learn about them and see their journey. Watch them grow and become better people. And then The Legend of Korra is like, look at all these people who are really stupid and they got fucking crazy awesome powers. Every single one of them gets amazing powers because they didn't earn it. What? Asami could have done better than Korra, because everyone could do better than Korra. She sucks. The best thing about Korra is that she's pretty and she's muscular. That's it. She's got a shitty attitude. She sucks at being the Avatar. She's muscular. She's muscular. She's got abs and everything. She's muscular. What do you mean, eh? I'll give her muscular. She's bigger than the other women. I get... Avatar: The Last Airbender is about each individual character growing as a character. Aang grows through each of the elements he learns, and you see his character shift and change and grow as time goes on. Katara grows through the growth of like her family and her history and like through being like the mother of the group. Toph grows to like accept herself as who she is and becomes strong and like a stalwart as that thing. And fucking Sokka grows because at the start he fucking sucks and is annoying, and by the end he's like an actual leader. He like becomes an actual leader. It's fucking amazing. But then in Korra, no one changes. Everyone's the same from the first day to the last day. And like, look at Zuko changing. The start, he's like, I gotta kill the Avatar so I can regain the honor of my family. I gotta kill the Avatar, kill the Avatar, kill the Avatar, kill the Avatar. And then by the end of the show, he's like, you know what? I was wrong. Fucking my family sucks ass and they need to die. And like, it sucks that I gotta be a part of the thing that does it, but I'm gonna help the Avatar win so the world doesn't end. Because this shit needs to change. And I don't know who's gonna be the leader of that change, but if it has to be me, it's gonna be me. And then they go and he literally helps stop his sister and the Fire Lord, knowing that both of those people who are his family and his only family left might die. In Korra, she's like, but the spirits or some shit, and the Avatar, and the Avatar, but the Avatar, I'm the Avatar, I'm the Avatar, and Mako's like, I like women. Like, what the fuck? What are these shitty characters we got going on? Like, what? One character in the entire show of Korra does anything, and that's Asami, who has to decide that her father has to die. What? Oh no. Her like literally if Aang was chasing a car to stop it, first of all, Aang, okay? There's a car full of gangsters, you gotta stop them because they're bad or whatever. Aang would have literally stood there, boom, put up a wall, or literally zoomed up to them with the fucking air scooter and just pushed them off the road. Like, it would have taken like 3 seconds. She takes like forever. Sucks at everything. Also, can we talk about the fact that like... Can we talk about like... We have Aang, right? And Aang has Appa. Okay? Huge character in the entire show. Massive. He's their transport, gets them everywhere. Fucking has character, has things that he that happens with Appa. Like, stuff happens. Korra shows up to the city. It's literally her and this fucking bear dog creature thing that she has. She rides it one time and then it's never in the show anymore. Like, Aang would go to Appa and Momo and would like confide in them and they would like comfort each other and it was like a little family that they had or whatever. She doesn't give a fuck about her her dog creature thing. She doesn't give a shit. Yeah. Aang, super pacifist Aang. If you're hurting Appa or Momo, he's like, I will kill everyone in the world. Like, Aang will literally destroy the world for Appa, okay? He won't kill the Fire Lord who's planning on killing everyone ever. He's like, I'm gonna rule the world, I'm gonna kill a whole bunch of people. Fuck you, you die, you're dying. Fucking Appa goes missing for 1 second, he's like, I will destroy this whole planet. I will destroy the whole fucking planet if you don't give me that thing back. Now! He literally stops the Avatar state, which onset itself in that fight. so that he can not kill Fire Lord Ozai. But his flying bison, fucking, the bets are off. You took Appa? That's it. Avatar state on, everyone dies. Yes, like, I think if fucking Katara was missing, or fucking Sokka, or Zuko, or Toph, any one of them, they go missing, he's like, we gotta save them, but we gotta do it humanely. Appa goes missing, he's like, fuck you, everyone dies. It's ridiculous. And then Korra's like, I have a pet? Where? Aang gave up true enlightenment not to save Katara, because he loved Katara and couldn't give her up. Because they were like, you gotta give up all worldly attachments. You gotta give it all up. And he's like, but what about Katara? I love her. And they're like, no, you can't have that either. And he's like, nah, fuck that. Like, we all know Korra, at some point, gets platinum put into her body, or whatever the fuck it is, or mercury or something, and she can't use her bending anymore, and she's weak and can't do fuck all, and she's in a wheelchair. My girl's in a fucking wheelchair when she has a fucking giant dog monster she can ride on? Oh, well, she can't because her legs don't work. Bitch, make a fucking you make cars and airships and shit. Make a saddle so she can ride on her fucking actual pet. If Aang couldn't walk anymore, you think he's not riding with Appa anymore? Fuck no! She was so whiny, and then she goes up into the swamp and finds fucking Yoda, Toph, and goes, I'm so hurt, I can't do anything. I'm so sad. And Toph's like, just get the fucking metal out of your fucking blood, idiot. She's like, how? She's like, push it out with your bending, dumbass. You are the Avatar? The fuck? Why the fuck did Toph live in a swamp? Who the fuck knows? Can we talk about how Toph? Okay. I'm gonna throw some shit right here. Can we talk about how Toph is like not excited about being a woman at all, okay? She doesn't give a fuck about she doesn't even like being a girl. She was excited that they got this huge buff dude to be a guy as her in the play about them. She was like, hell yeah, that's me, that big buff dude. Okay? And you're telling me right now, the girl who's like, I'm not wearing a dress, I'm not wearing makeup, this shit is stupid, I'm fucking big and strong and manly. You're telling me that girl is like, but yeah, I'm gonna get with this one special guy and we're gonna have kids together. Fuck no. Absolutely not. No fucking way. You're not, there's no fucking way. There's no way. The Toph doesn't like being a woman, but she's fine being pregnant for a year. No. Wrong. You can't tell me that Toph was totally okay with being a woman and having kids. She had 2 kids. There's no way that the girl who was mad that her parents wanted her to be a girl, that she went and had kids. There's no way. She's like, I want to be this big burly guy that they got me in the play. Or I want to do, I don't want to be just a small, weak little girl. I want to be a big, strong man. And then they're like, well, why don't we fucking have 2 kids? She didn't want to be pigeonholed in being feminine, but she loved the idea that the Fire Nation cast her as a man. I could not see her having children. I do like the theory that the Fire Nation cast her as a buff dude, like to play it off. Doing a spa day is fine. Do you know how many guys I know who, if I brought them to a spa to have a spa day, would fucking love that shit? She did have a crush on Sokka, but like, when Sokka's not being a fucking dumbass, okay, he is a reasonably likable person. You are one of the guys that I know who would love doing a spa day. But there are many others. I know guys who've done spa days and who loved it. She did meet Sokka on his upswing. He was like headed up to be like not a piece of shit anymore. He was still kind of a piece of shit then, but really after the Sokka's Master episode, he becomes a way better character, which is wonderful. Half the women Sokka met had a crush on him? True. What's my favorite episode? Oh, brother. Oh, there's so many good ones. Oh, there's so many good episodes. There's filler episodes that don't mean anything to me, but there are so many good episodes. I'm trying to think, because Azula's one of my favorite characters. I don't know if there's an episode with her that I loved. The Tales of Ba Sing Se is a good episode. The Boiling Rock was good. The dragon one, where Aang and Zuko go and they find the dragons, that episode was great. The beach episode with the Fire Kids is great. I love that. I love the whole thing with Azula going to that party and she doesn't know how to hit on boys. I don't know. I don't think I could name a single episode that was my favorite. Sokka's Master is also a great episode. Oh, the Bloodbender episode is really good. The Katara's Revenge episode where she goes after the guy who killed her mom. That episode's great. It's a great thing for her and Zuko. Damn, there's so many. A lot of them happen like midway or later, right? Because the show is one of those that like gets better as time goes on. The start of the show does kind of start kind of like, you kind of have to make it through that. Oh yeah, where he works at he works at the tea shop, meets the Earthbending girl, the Earth Kingdom girl, and then they find out that he's from the Fire Nation. They're like, Toph's introduction was a great episode. That's true. Even the Secret Tunnel episode was a good episode, okay? Secret Tunnel was a good episode. It was funny. It was dumb. They just did a good job with they just did a good job with it. I love Avatar. They did such a good job with the show. Oh, the episode where Zuko first comes and tries to teach Aang, he's trying to become part of the team to teach Aang firebending, where they're like in that Undercroft city thing. That fucking episode was cool. I forgot that entire fucking environment, and then it sparked it in my brain. The final fight with Ozai is a great payoff, but I feel like I can't choose it as the best episode because it was so good. I mean, the episode with the fight between like Azula and Zuko and Katara, that fucking episode was great. Was it happening at the same time? It probably was happening at the same time. It would have made sense. But like, ugh, it's so good. That one where they're like, the one where Aang gets injured, where they're under the ground in like that crystal area, and Azula's using the Earth Nation, like, crystal bending people, and she fucking zaps Aang when he's trying to save Katara. And he has that, like, broken part of the line of his arrow. Isn't that the same one as the beach episode with the kids? The end of season 2. It's so good. There's so many good, like, scenes. When Sokka loses the fucking boomerang so he can save Toph on that fucking airship right near the end. It might be in the last episode, but Is that the... Wait, is that the boomerang, or is that when he throws the meteor sword? It was so sad. He throws the sword to cut the platform. It's so sad. It was so cool. He's like, Sokka's master's like, you gotta make a sword out of whatever metal you want. You find it and bring it back here and we'll make a sword. He goes and finds the fucking meteor that falls out of the sky near his friends or whatever. Brings it. They make a sword out of it. It's the coolest shit ever. And he loses it by the end and I was like, no! The Painted Lady was a fucking fantastic episode. Yeah. It's so tragic too, because okay, so Toph had a crush on Sokka, right? Like for that little time there where she did. She had a crush on Sokka, but she couldn't see him. So she had a crush on him literally for who he was. Like she had a rough idea because she could feel the vibrations of him or whatever, but it's not like she could like see people. And then her hanging there, we know that whenever her feet aren't on the ground, she can't see. So he's holding onto her whole life and she has no idea how in danger she is. But she's like, oh, fuck. He's holding on to me like tight. Like this is some scary shit. I mean, Toph saying anything about looking at stuff is the funniest thing in the show. Her making fun of her own blindness. Sokka pulling a whole ass moon spirit princess and then 2 tomboys. Because apparently Sokka is fucking hot. Apparently. Material scamming Fire Nation gamblers. I mean, yeah, I mean, Toph would be great at gambling. Anything where like dice need to be rolled, she fucking knows it. Like, hands down. She's like, I got it. And if she does, she could just cheat a little bit. But the thing is I care about those characters because the story they told really made me care about them. And then they made them special on top. Like, I don't think Sokka is any less a character than Toph or Aang or like Katara or anybody, but he's not a bender, but he's a very important, very cool, adds a big thing to the team. I know there's the whole episode where he feels like he's not doing anything because he's not cool as a bender or whatever, but he is he's so good. He's such a leader for that team, and he's such a leader for the people in general. It's so well written and put together. And Aang's special, right? Aang is the Avatar, but that's not what makes him special. It's the fact that he is a pacifist. He wants to find other, like, resolutions to situations. He wants things to be okay, and he wants to make sure that things are okay without inciting more violence. Which is awesome. Toph is so like, it's just so well written, and the characters are so important to each role in the show. And then the Legend of Korra is stupid and fucking dumb and shits on everything. And then the Bolin is gonna be a movie star, and Mako is gonna fucking work in an office, and Korra is gonna learn bending through fucking magical spirit energy. Because why not? Why not actually make her have to learn things and grow as a character instead of just, woo, you get whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, Aang going away and being in the fucking ice or whatever for all that time did cause people to die. And you see the guilt in him, and you see it grow, and you see him grow as a character because of it. In Korra, you don't see it. It's not real. It just doesn't happen. Nothing matters. None of it. And I can see, like, the weight of the consequences are supposed to come in when what's-her-name becomes the fucking Earth Kingdom ruler and is like, I'm gonna fucking kill a whole bunch of people with this giant fucking machine. Sure. If Nickelodeon had that big of a head over them and ruined the show, sure. But I can't blame it entirely on the studio behind it. There has to be something in the creators that was like, this is what we're doing, this is the story we're telling, and they had to be okay with it in some way. Because, like, you can't tell me that Nickelodeon was like, you gotta do this, and they're like, oh, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do all these things. And just like, it's the same. Not to compare it with Star Wars again, but it's like how Disney acquired Star Wars and then they made the sequel trilogy and they made all that other shit and it just fucking sucks. You can't tell me that the people making it didn't have any kind of decision making to make the story anything good. Okay, you can end season 1 with a double suicide, but you need to have at least 3 fart jokes. The thing is, right, you can have shitty humor in a show. You can have really bad, shitty humor in a show. And it still be a fucking fantastic show, and those jokes can become funny because the show is so good. Okay? If you take the cabbage cart guy out of context, the joke isn't funny. It's not funny. But in The Last Airbender, it's funny. And it reoccurs, and it is funny. Because it's in Avatar. But that's what I'm saying. If Korra was a fantastic show, I think that the fucking trollish, ugly Avatar kid farting could have been good. But it's not funny because the entire show isn't good. So when moments like that come up, you're like, go the fuck away. I hate everything about this show and you're making it worse. I'm not one for fart jokes anyway, because I think they're dumb. But you can make really gross situations funny in something that's good. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, on the first island, there's the snot kid, who's funny because he won't leave you alone and he's disgusting. But he's funny. And I liked the Airbending girl. I liked the daughters. My problem is that Jinora is too good. She's too, in comparison to everyone else, right? She's better at being the Avatar than Korra. And that was a problem for me. It's a problem for me when the Avatar sucks more than just a random girl. Like, that would be like if you were watching Avatar: Last Airbender and Princess Yue of the Water Tribe, whatever, comes back and she is the better Avatar than Aang. And you're like, wait, where the fuck did that come from? I don't mind them talking about Avatar 1, but my whole issue with Avatar 1 is Rava. If you want to tell the story of the original Avatar gaining the powers of the other bending nations and becoming the Avatar, do it. Don't fucking make it that there's some spiritual fucking piece of cloth that made him able to use the different bending powers. Because that's dumb. Right. You can't make pure evil and pure good the reason. Because you get into a story that's not a good one anymore, you stop being like because then it incites that there is a pure evil and there should be a pure evil and there should be a dark Avatar. Right. So my problem is like my problem is like if they made another show, it's like a sequel to Korra, which apparently they said they were doing about the earthbending twins or something. My problem is that how is the story not just gonna be you're the light Avatar, the villain will be the dark Avatar, they will go and find the counterpart to Rava and become the dark Avatar? How is that not how the story will go together? You know what I mean? I could just... You took it away from being like... You took the story away from being like, the major villain of Avatar: Last Airbender is Fire Lord Ozai, who is literally... He's not very special in any way. He is a firebender, he is incredibly talented, and he is the Fire Lord. But that's kind of all. Like, he may be stronger than other firebenders because he has more time to practice and more time to be just a firebender. But Ozai is not, like, the Dark Avatar. And I would say that, like... They had ideas for villains in Korra that were decent ideas, right? The idea of like a group of people that could take away people's bending, okay? If you took it down to a single person and it was like almost like a murder mystery kind of serial killer situation. Sure, I'd be down. Yeah, fuck it. Do it. Make it dark and grungy and shit. But it wasn't cool the way they did it. Ozai was voiced by Mark Hamill? That is crazy. That's true. Ozai's also wearing like this fucking gown for the entire show. Okay, whatever. And literally has a moment in the show where he fucking takes his cloak off or whatever, and he's just fucking jacked, and it's the, oh no, he's hot now moment right in the show. You're like, oh, hi. Just like out of nowhere, it's like, bam, he's like, I'm fucking ripped, and you're like, oh, hi. Oh no, he's hot now. I mean, it's the same thing that happens with Uncle Iroh. He's in prison pretending he's fat or whatever, and then he's like, I'm fucking doing pull-ups and push-ups and sit-ups and shit upside down. And you're like, wait, whoa, what happened to Uncle Iroh? You were fat like last episode. He locked in prison. He's like, I'm gonna eat this bread and get jacked. You're like, oh, okay, wow, Jesus. Fucking the guard people fucking brought him fucking steroids and protein powder. he was eating chicken fucking marinated with protein powder and steroids. Because he came out of there jacked. Also, True, the guard saying, look at what you've become, and then he's just like, rah. You're like, oh, okay, fuck. I don't know. I was gonna say something and now it's gone. It's gone. Whoosh. Completely gone over my head. It do be like that. It do be like that. But no, Avatar... Avatar was like... It's so good. It may be one of the best. Does it just count as an animated TV show? Does it count as an anime? Can Avatar count? Or is Avatar just an animation? You know? I don't know how you consider it. It's anime, but it ain't Japanimation. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I'm down for that terminology. Because there are other shows that aren't Japanese, that are anime, that I fucking love. And I want to call them anime, but people are like, no, they're not. And I'm like, but they are. Avatar was anime inspired, but it wasn't an anime. How is it not an anime? What's the difference? Because like I love like Cyberpunk and like Castlevania as TV shows, but they're not Japanese. If you define anime as from Japan and a cartoon, yeah, yeah, like Cyberpunk is literally anime. Castlevania is literally anime. It's designed in an anime way. Completely. But like... Avatar is anime if you can define anime as a good animation. I mean, that's fair. That's a big thing with shows now, too. Okay. I'm gonna say this right now. I know that people are memeing on it constantly. Okay. Avatar... fucking fantastic animation. Fantastic. It is a gorgeous, completely gorgeous show. Castlevania, the anime for Netflix or whatever the fuck it was on, beautiful. Cyberpunk, beautiful, gorgeous, okay? And then we have shows that come out that are like considered to be like, oh, this show is fucking great. It's one of the greatest shows ever. You can't tell me. I will complain about an animation in a show if it's fucking horrendous, okay? One Punch Man. I'm gonna say like the few things here that are gonna would trigger people, okay? One Punch Man, mediocre story. A lot of the characters are very mediocre. Some of them have some interesting things going on, and then the animation was good until it all of a sudden became shitty. They had good animation in like a couple episodes. but then it was ass. The Blue Lock had good animation until it sucked ass. Fucking My Hero had good animation, and then it had shitty animation, and then it had fantastic animation. They swapped studios and had cut budgets on it so hard. Okay, but if you have a show that has high ratings, it's doing really well, why would you swap studios and cut budgets? Have you seen Scavenger's Reign? No? There's a lot of stuff I haven't seen. I'm going to be very honest. There aren't a lot of shows I will watch. I like characters with interesting stories. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because the characters are very in-depth, very cool. Because the characters are cool and have interesting stories. And the shows aren't insanely long. Like, I feel like if I was on board with One Piece when it first started showing here, I would have been in on that show. But I didn't, and now it is too daunting of a task to watch, so I won't. I just won't do that. But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I would watch that again, because that show's fantastic. And I feel like shows nowadays lack the good characters with a good animation all the way through, like, and they don't have they don't seem to understand anymore how you mix the cool action, the seriousness, and the funny all together. The same way that, like, Marvel movies used to be, like, they're fucking super cool and then also had funny moments. Now it's like, throw in more funny moments because the characters aren't cool enough. Throw more funny. Throw the funny at it. Do the Marvel funny. Well, like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the show starts with the kid's mom dying and then trying to bring her back to life with fucking alchemy, and it creates a monster. And you see it happen. And the boys they're fucked up, and you see it. And this is the same show where Edward Elric gets made up for being short, and he will have an explosive temper about it, and it is the funniest shit. And you have Colonel Armstrong fucking having a bro moment with another big buff guy who barely talks. It's the same show where you see a mom die and then two kids get mutilated and try to bring her back. And then you have two buff guys doing handshaking, exploding their shirts off. It's the same show. I don't feel like shows can do that anymore in a way that makes it feel good. Those two didn't connect in a singular moment. Those two became transcendent beings in that moment. They ascended. They fucking slap their hands together, flex, and their shirts explode off, and they get like the twinkles, and they're super masculine, super muscular. Okay? Amazing. The tropes exist because they're good, and I get that. Right, and Full Metal Alchemist is the same, it's the same show. Okay, you have this bro moment, boom, holding the hands, fucking exploding your shirts off, being muscular, flexing, whatever. Big, huge mustache, you can't even see his mouth or whatever. It's the same show where a dad is like, What if I fused my daughter and our dog together? And then it's a chimera who can speak. It's the same show and it works and it's great. And then you have shows nowadays, and I'm not saying anything to the quality of the show. I haven't seen all of Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer, I feel like it doesn't do it the same. Like, even My Hero, it doesn't do it the same way. The humor is there and the action is there, but it's not balanced correctly. It's not like, it's not put in the right places. Things aren't balanced to the way they're supposed to be. Demon Slayer literally is a show you watch because it's a pretty show, has great animation. That was kind of like the whole point, and it just doesn't. It doesn't have that, like, it doesn't do it anymore. Like, it's fine. It's probably a great show. I haven't seen it all. It's probably great, but like, and there are shows, I will fully admit, I watched shows that didn't have as great of characters, that didn't have the great character development or whatever. I watched, okay, I like Gundam as a series. I love the big mechs fighting each other. I think that's cool as fuck. I love, like, one of my favorite games of all time is Armored Core 6, The Fires of Rubicon. I love it because I love the big machines fighting, because I think it's cool, and you fire missiles everywhere, and then fire lasers or whatever. So I love Gundam. It's a big thing that I just love it for no reason. But my favorite Gundam series is Gundam Seed, which I know a lot of people don't like, and the character development isn't huge in that show. It's not that good. The action scenes are okay. And I get that, right? I get that there are shows that I like unconventionally to what I preach about, but there aren't shows coming out nowadays that have the impact like the old shows had. There are great shows coming out, don't get me wrong. I think one of the shows that I've watched recently that kind of captures the old feel of like a show that can be sort like serious and then funny at times and flop between it quite well and go through the paces of it all is literally Uma Musume. A show about horse girls racing on a racetrack. Maybe one of the only shows that I watch that captures an old anime feeling where funny and serious can literally be played almost right next to each other, and it makes sense for the show. I feel like Chainsaw Man got close, but I'm basing that off the manga, not really the show. What I've heard from the show is that it's not character depth. It's not character deep. It's fairly shallow, but has like a good moments. The manga's very good. See, but I don't read as much. I feel like there aren't shows that do the serious with the funny, and they don't do it well. It doesn't balance out well. And maybe the background for having met for more anime. Like, I don't have a ton of anime in my repertoire that I've watched, right? There are shows that I like that are fucking god-awful, okay? Like, I'm gonna be fully honest. An anime will win me over if the mechs are cool. If it's a mech anime and the mechs are cool, it'll probably win me over. And that's the fault of my own. Code Geass is a show I watched not even that long ago. It was like last year. And I like that show a lot. But it's fucking terrible. If you actually look at the story of the show and like what it's doing, the show's pretty bad. There are harem anime from the 2000s that are better than most modern anime. I mean, that's true. I just feel like the writing isn't there. There are modern anime with great writing that have weird topics. But like, I mean, Uma Musume being one of them. It's a show about horse girls racing. It has great story. It's very well written for a show about girls racing. Do you like the IGPX? Huh? IGPX. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, it's so bright. My GPX series. It's. What? Yeah, but what is it? It's a tournament between two teams of gun-wielding mechs. Ooh. Giant mech racing. Interesting. They skate. What are they, Shadow the Hedgehog? Maybe. It depends on if the mechs are cool. But saying that, I've never watched Evangelion, which people are like, what? What? I get it, okay. I haven't watched it. I watched Code Geass, I watched Gundam, and I've watched a lot of Gundam, okay? A lot. And between every single series I've ever watched of all of Gundam, the Justice is the best one, okay? The Justice is the best Gundam ever. It's cool as fuck. Code Geass was kind of gay, actually. They were kind of gay in that show. Like... A lot of hot women. The animation was very strange, so the women had weird proportions. I mean, Lelouch is one from there. What's his name? Suzaku? Is that his name is Suzaku? Lelouch and Suzaku, they're gay. Those two are gay. Hi! Suzaku Kutarugi. Yeah, he's gay. He's gay for Lelouch. Lelouch is gay for him. They're gay, okay? They're gay. They're obsessed with each other. Suzaku being with the girl, that was a farce, okay? That was like when trans people are trying to pretend to be their like assigned a gender at birth, okay? It's a mask you put on. It's a mask you put on that you're like, the world will believe me. It's called a beard. Yeah. It's the mask you put on. He's like, I love this woman. That's why Lelouch killed her. Yeah. It wasn't an accident. He was like, I gotta kill her to get her out of the way. It's like, with my husband. Iron-Blooded Orphans, I haven't watched all of it. But I get why people would like it. It's not for me. I just thought it was kind of boring. Yeah. Iron-Blooded Orphans and Witch of Mercury aren't traditional ones. Same with the newest one, isn't really traditional. I liked Witch of Mercury, but that's because I got into the characters themselves instead of the Gundams. Not that the characters were great in that show anyway. I just thought the animation was pretty, and I liked the people. Soletta Mercury, fucking main bitch, whatever her name is. Sucks. She's boring. Maybe we want to play Lancer so bad. I love Big Robot. Lancer? Never heard of it. We gotta play fucking Armored Core on stream sometime. I gotta play video games on stream sometime. TTRPG for mechas. What the fuck? Video games on stream? Yeah, we gotta play video games on stream. I have a plan. Okay. My stream is literally titled, I've got a fun end of the year idea to come join in. And it wasn't sit here and talk about Avatar and Gundam for 2 hours, okay? That wasn't the idea. The idea for the end of the year streams wasn't to sit and talk about Avatar and Gundams for 2 hours. Avatar is important. Avatar is very important, but the idea wasn't to sit here and talk about Avatar for 2 hours, okay? I'm trying to go through a backlog of games that I have in a genre of games that I fucking adore. And I wanted to go through it on stream, but I don't know if we're gonna get to that today. Because we're chatting about shit. Either that or Bionicles. I can't speak to Bionicles at all. I remember being a child and for some reason we had a Bionicles movie, and it was the first Bionicles movie, and we were gonna watch it. And I remember that I don't remember if we ever watched it, but I do remember having it there. What were they called? The Toa? I'm trying to remember anything I know about Bionicles in any way. All the Bionicle movies are free on YouTube? Yep, I got it right! They're the Toa. They got the masks or whatever. And then they use powers or some shit. I don't know. You know what Bionicles makes me think of, though? Bionicles feels like the precursor to... Bionicles feels like the precursor to, like, Lego Ninjago. They're like, fuck, Bionicles didn't work. Just make a fucking Lego Ninjas or something. With powers, like the Bionicles had. Yeah, I mean, they made both, but Ninjago came out later. So it feels like they tried the idea, people kind of liked it, and they're like, what if we just made it fucking little Lego guys? Just avoid the Avatar games. I don't think there's any that are worth in the franchise. I don't know either. I think I played one of the Korra games once and it was ass. I'm gonna say some fucking potentially controversial shit about the Lego games, okay? We're gonna lay this down right now. I think that the Lego Star Wars games, before they had voice acting in any of the Lego games, were the best Lego games that have ever come out. Because they were parodies on Star Wars and they were parodies with Lego that were done in a more creative way than just throwing voice lines in. The physical comedy works so much better with Lego. It's so much better. And it works so well with Lego. Limitation promotes creativity. That is very true. Like, I'm not saying that the other games are bad. They're probably great games. They probably play great. They're probably fun or whatever. I have never gotten into another Lego game after the Lego Star Wars games without the voice acting. Because I feel like it's just not as funny. It's not a hot take. A lot of people think the addition of voice acting in Lego games was a mistake. See, but I feel like when I make comments on, like, because the Lego games are still a big thing to this day, so I feel like making the comment on it is, like, dangerous. I don't know. I feel like there's a danger there. The joke quality definitely dropped when they added the voice acting. Because, like, the obvious joke you add to Star Wars is, like, somebody pulls out their lightsaber and it doesn't activate. And then, like, they, like, tap it or whack it or whatever, and then it's like, boom, and it just comes out. Funny, okay? It's funny. It's a great addition. They did a great job with it. Wonderful. Lego Lord of the Rings / The Hobbit was probably the furthest way they could take it, while still feeling like a Lego game. I've never played it, but I feel like I should, because Lord of the Rings is a great series. Lord of the Rings is a great series that is almost impossible for me to watch. You believe that Lego Batman 2 is when they started doing it? Ooh. They're long and they're not very fun to watch. Me equating two things together for Lord of the Rings is Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring is like to get them into that, it's like trying to convince someone to play Final Fantasy XIV and just kind of suffer through A Realm Reborn. It's awful, and no one likes it, okay? But the game becomes great after. Yeah, well, fucking Fellowship of the Ring is a fucking terrible movie, and Two Towers and Return of the King are fantastic. So you just gotta suffer through the start, and then it becomes good. Yeah. I have a special place. Okay, you mentioned Lego Island and the crappy old like educational games. I love those shitty fucking old games that are like for kids and like educational stuff. I love that shit. I love it. I love the shitty old fucking games. I love them. I love them. Putt-Putt, fantastic. Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise is a fucking amazing game and no one will say otherwise. It's not allowed. Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise was fantastic. Maybe we'll play Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise for my birthday. For a birthday stream, we'll play Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise. My birthday is next month, by the way. So it would be fairly soon. I guess it'll hear the bear's incredibly mild voice. I love it. I love a Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise. There are shitty old games. I have games on my Steam library. There's two categories I have. I have baby games, then I have classics. And baby games has all of the humongous games in it. So it's got like all the Putt-Putts. We played one of the Spy Fox games, but I've got all the Spy Fox games. I've got Pajama Sam. I've got Freddy Fish. I've also got Big Thinkers, which I have no idea what that is. I've never played it. Then I love old shitty games. Fucking Math Circus and shit. Love it. I love it. I love how dumb they are. Because I remember playing them as a kid and thinking, how stupid is this? Did you ever play an educational physics game that was pinball? No. I don't think I ever played a physics-based, like a physics game for education. It was like you build machines? What the fuck? What? That sounds crazy. No, I never played that. So when I was in school, okay, this is going to age me to the point that you will learn. Okay? You could potentially learn how old I am based on the statement the two statements I'm gonna say, okay? One, when I was in school, elementary school, we would go to the computer lab and we would play like Math Circus. We would play like all those kind of older shitty games. And then the big game that was hidden on the computers we played on was called Nanosaur. Okay. And to give a clearer picture, you are 27. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm 27. Guaranteed. What if I was really right, though? That'd be sick. No, I am definitely 27. Absolutely, I'm 27. And if anyone asks in the future, that's what I'm going to tell them. Even after my birthday this year, I'm going to tell them I'm 27. When would I have been born if I was 27? 1998? 90s, baby! Heck yeah! 27! It sounds weird to say. I was gonna give you something else as a clue, but somebody already guessed it, so... What the fuck? Thank you for the bin. That was so scary. Thank you for... What the fuck is happening? Thank you for the other bit? What the fuck? Throwing coins at me. I'm down. What is happening? Are we just naming fucking animals now? Uncle Silly Willy. Thank you for the 3 bits over 3 messages. I only know 3 animals. That's okay. Thank you for the combined 6 bits. What the fuck? I love it. I love it. First time chatter. Juan equals horse. Bit. Aren't bits like basically 1 cent USD? I have no idea. I have no idea how much a bit is worth. A, I forget that Twitch has them. B, no one ever uses them. It's just not a thing in my like entire my mind in general. But thanks for them anyway. I will cherish them. I think someone's donated bits before, haven't they? We got bits at some point before. Was it Grim? It would make sense if it was. We've got a total of 1,396 bits donated, so somebody has done it before. Somebody has donated bits before today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. But yeah, I named the stream that we were gonna have. I had a fun idea for the entire rest of the year that we were gonna do, because I was gonna make it in a stream, and then I was gonna make it into a big video that I was gonna do on YouTube, and we were all gonna be a part of it together. And then I was gonna start it today, but then I haven't, because we've been talking about Avatar and Gundam and apparently Bionicles and Lego games. So we've been busy and doing other things. But to put it out on the table, what I was planning on doing, it's gonna involve us playing video games, which I know it's crazy to think about that we're gonna be playing video games. I have... So, as a gamer, we've talked about this before, I'm not a big strategy gamer, right? I don't like the genre. It's not my thing. I find it to be too slow. Because my brain doesn't rest in a situation where I can then sit and think and then make decisions. Because then I'll make a decision and I'm like, that was probably the worst decision humanly imaginable. And I don't get better. I don't learn from that. So I don't like the genre because I'm not good at it. But there are like basically two genres of games that I love above every other genre of video gaming. And that is roguelites or roguelikes or whatever the fuck you want to call them, whichever ones they are, and Metroidvanias. I love them both immensely. And I fell in love with each one during a different specific time. Metroidvanias I fell in love with when I first played Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It was a fantastic time. I loved every moment of it. And from there, I've played like a bunch more. And then my other favorite genre of games that I love, and I love that you can go back to them whenever you want because they're replayable to the end of time, is roguelites. So I own a lot of them, and I have played very few of them, and I have beaten even less of them. So I was thinking that for the end of the year, as a little fun experiment, we would see if I could beat all of the ones I own by the end of the year. As a fun little game to try. Because, like, I think it could be cool, right? I own 45 of them, roughly. Potentially more, depending. But I'd love to see if I could beat them all by the end of the year. Hades. Oh no, they're hot, the game. Yes. Very true. I love Hades, and I have Hades, and I own Hades 2, but I've never played Hades 2. But I own a lot of them, and I want to play them all, and I want to get through them all, so I thought it would be fun to do on stream. Plus, then, if we like any of them afterwards, we can play more of them on stream, and we can try fun builds, and we can try some fun, cool, funny stuff with them. Like, Risk of Rain 2 is one of my favorite games ever. It's fantastic. Hades, I love. The Binding of Isaac is great. You know, there's fun ones all over the place. I'm less into the card ones. The card game ones are not my favorite, but I do own a decent number of them. And I have made a list. I have a list of them. I used a wheel and spun for my games in an order. So there is an order of games that we would go through. And I have it kind of planned out. I think that in our first day of playing them, depending on how long we play for, I think there's a possibility I could beat potentially three of the games. If we, if I do good enough. In the first day, we could beat 3. Which would be cool. In saying that, I can spoil our first game. Actually will be Hades. It's the first one I rolled. It was actually a miracle. I was worried we were going to roll one of the ones I'm kind of terrible at. And yeah. And I think if anything, right? I think that if we beat all the games in the month, like from now until the end of December, right? In the end of the year's time span, if we beat all of the roguelites or roguelikes or whatever, and we hang out, we have fun, do whatever, and we're liking it and enjoying it, there is a chance that I might possibly add a game to the end of the list. And I have a feeling not many people will complain when I add it. I would add a goal in some other way or whatever, but I wouldn't know what to add. I don't want to make you guys like monetarily inclined, so I wouldn't add like a sub goal or whatever to that because I feel like that's a little bit cheesy. But I feel like 45 games is a lot to do in a month, so for us to do that is going to be a big task anyway. But But if we beat all of them, I think I might add... Oh my god. I said I'm not going to add a sub goal because I don't want you to feel monetarily inclined. So Grim decides to gift 10 subs. Are you kidding me? Thank you, Grim. Thank you, Grim, for gifting 10 subs. That got us to a level 3 hype train. How do you do this every time? How you do it every time? No, now it's gonna play them all out. Yeah, it's gonna do them individually for 10. Wait. Yeah, it is. God damn it. I love it. But the idea is we play through the 45 games, okay? If we beat all of them, I'm thinking that at the end, if we beat them all, we play Pokerogue. Still technically a roguelike. You beat the game by making it to the 200th wave or the 200th fight or whatever the hell it's called. I think it would be cool. I don't know if we're going to beat them all. There are some games in here that are hard, okay? Some of the games are hard. Some of these games I'm fucking terrible at. And some of them I don't think are very good. And I think, okay, so when we finish them all, I think we'll sit and we'll do a tier list together. Sound fun? We'll sit with a big tier list and I will rank all of them in how much I enjoy them. Plus, it gives me incentive that if I want to work off stream, I can work on either editing the video and like whatever, and then I can also get some of the meta progression stuff so we can beat it easier. How are we quantifying beating a roguelike? Just beating the final boss, or is it the case in Hades where we're including the win condition? No. Okay, so beating a roguelike, okay, is just we have to win a run. So we have to make it from the start of a run to the end of a run. So Hades is literally you start in Tartarus, you pick up your boons, whatever, you beat Megara, whoever the first boss is that you get, then you beat Lerny, and then you beat fucking whoever it is, the bull and the guy, you beat them, and then you beat you get the sack for Cerberus, and then you beat Hades at the end, and then that's the end of the game, you win, okay? So you beat him as the final boss, bam, it's done. The game is beat. So it's just winning a run. So we're classifying it as beating it, but it's not like 100% of the game. Because in Hades, you have to beat the game like 10 times to get the real ending, and then there's more shit to do afterwards, and then we're not doing that. That's too much. Because I don't know if I will ever get there. Is it Theseus in the Minotaur? I was gonna say Theseus, but I felt like it was wrong. But yes, that's the goal. It's just to get to it's just to beat a run. So like Binding of Isaac's pretty easy. Ish. I played that game for a long time. But I'm not the greatest at it. So certain games are gonna be stuck on for a while. And others we won't. Like I own Vampire Survivors. I'm not expecting that to take more than like the traditional 30 minutes, right? I'm actually expecting that to only take 15 minutes because we might play on hurry. But stuff like Dead Cells might take a while because A, I've never really played that game, and B, I feel like I'm gonna be bad at it. But I love roguelikes. Risk of Rain, the original Risk of Rain is gonna take me forever because I suck at that game. I'm pretty decent at the sequel. I'm terrible at the original. I was looking forward to reading the Greek story of Theseus and the Minotaur, only to be disappointed when he proceeds to kill the damn thing in a single paragraph. I mean, that's not a big surprise. You can't write big, huge stories like you can now. Back in the day, you only had so much paper. Just make a new story. Make it more interesting. Ask ChatGPT to make the story more interesting. ChatGPT, can you make the story not suck? Oh no! The hype train ended as if the fucking... What did we get? What the fuck is that? Chat, I got a girl putting her sunglasses on. What did you get? What was your gift from Grim for the hype train? Did you get a girl putting her sunglasses on? Did we all get a girl putting her sunglasses on? But yeah, that's the plan for like the next like month. So I'm gonna try to play games more on stream. We're gonna chat. I'm still gonna be here. We're still gonna chat about stuff like Avatar: Last Airbender for fucking whatever. Oh my god. Oh, it's just another notification with the hype train. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not. It's gonna go away. No! My sneeze went away. I had to sneeze and then it went. I'm dead. What about ones with multiple routes like Hades 2? Are we killing one of the final bosses or are we killing both? Hades has Hades 2 has two different endings? I don't think bonk works. So I will manually trigger bonk. Wait, does bonk not work or is this not open? No, that's open. Brother. I think for Hades 2, we'll just do... I think we will just do... Echo, what the fuck are you doing? Ah! Yes, I made fart work on this screen. Oh my god. And where but I triggered bonk. I can do it again right now. Multiple endings. Can't have a modern game without them. That's true. I think that if it has multiple endings, we'll just do one of them. Because if we would go for multiple endings, then in the Binding of Isaac, we'd have to do like 7 runs. Because we'd have to do like a fucking God or whatever the fuck it is. We'd have to do the devil. We'd have to do greed. We'd have to do hush. Oh, and we also only have to do the fucking endings that I have access to. Like, we don't have to do an ending that I had access to. DLC's not applicable. Like, Dead Cells, I only own the base game because it's on Game Pass. So I don't have the Castlevania ending. I only have the normal one. So I'd have to just get to the normal ending. But I think at the end when we rank them all, it'll be fun because then we got to go back through and we got to remember all the times that we played it and all the stuff that we did, and then we can rank them in a tier list that we will make ourselves. And I'll listen to your guys' input, but then at the same time, I'm also just gonna say some shit and just do some shit that I want. Because there's a game right near the beginning of the list that I actually really like that I'm not sure how people are gonna feel about it. And I own some weird games. I own some games from like Humble Bundle, and I own some shit that I don't like. And there's a game on this list that I'm gonna have a controversial opinion on that no one is going to be ready for. I do not enjoy it, and I mean I like it kind of, but I don't think it's a good game. The way it works is you have to get 5 of the boss drops from the 2 final bosses in order to win. Oh, for Hades 2? I'm not doing it. Unless I know how to do it and have done it before, I'm probably not going to do some special ending. We're going to be going to beat the games. We're not trying to beat the games in the hardest way possible in some sort of impossibility. When we do Vampire Survivors, I'm going to spoil this right now. We're doing Inland Library because it's easy as fuck. I'm not going to some super bullshit level and trying to beat the hardest fucking whatever. I'm going to beat the game in whatever way I can. Risk of Rain 2 may be the only game where I actually specifically make it harder on purpose. And I say harder, but it's not like harder. It's just harder than I have been playing it. Is it Team Fortress 2? No, Team Fortress 2 is not a roguelike, so it won't be on the list. But it is a fairly okay game. It's okay. It's okay. For a hero shooter, it's okay. I think hero shooters are kind of bad anyway, but this personal opinion. What is this song? Also, some of these games, people talk about music in video games. People talk about music in like, oh my god, this RPG has fucking crazy music. That's okay. Got distracted during the roguelike part. I will say, if you do beat the first final boss, I wouldn't hold it against. For turning on, I want to see the story mode in order to see bosses in the second path for Hades 2. Huh. There's an I want to see the story mode? Is that because the fucking nobody saw the story of Hades 1? What was I saying? Am I crazy? There's some games where I'm gonna deliberately probably make it easier than it needs to be, right? Like, I know some games have like crazy fucking modifiers you can add. Like, I know that Hades has like the heat modifiers that make the game really hard. We're not doing that, right? I'm gonna be a pussy and we're gonna beat the game as easily as possible. But games like The Binding of Isaac, could I make the run really easy? Could I just play as the Lilith and fly around and shoot laser beams out of my mouth? Yeah, I could. But I think we're gonna at least do it as one of the basics. We might just play Isaac just to be like, you know, whatever about it. His item's really strong, but you know, like whatever. But there are some games I'm gonna make deliberately harder. There's some games I'm just gonna play just to play them. They call it God mode, and it was made for people who want to see the characters but suck at the gameplay. I mean, you'll see, okay? You'll see what kind of gameplay I do in Hades 1. We might start doing this tomorrow, because I kind of want to get into it. Plus, if I do it tomorrow, it gives us the most, like, other than the fact that I wanted to start it today and then we didn't, it gives us the most time to get into it and actually get through the games. Between now and the end of the year, anyway. And some of the games need work. Like, some of the games are going to need work on, like, the meta progression, and we're going to need to get, like, through certain things. And off stream, I'll probably work on meta progression for some of the games because we're going to need it. But I think that if we get started quickly, we'll get through the games fast. And I will do my best. I'm going to do my very best to keep an eye on chat while playing the games. Some of them will be more involved than others. Some of them will be less involved than others. I mean, I can spoil that one of the games we don't have on the list is Mega Bonk because I don't own it. I don't own the award, the Game of the Year nominee, and then pull out the indie debut Game of the Year nominee, and then pull out Mega Bonk. I don't own. But I do like it. I play the demo. I enjoy it. And at some point I might own it, but who knows? But there are games that are going to be harder for me to chat during, and there are going to be games that are easier to chat during. Like any of the card games or Vampire Survivors or something will be fairly easy to chat with the chat during. And I am fairly good at some of the games, so chatting during those will be also fairly easy. Whereas others are going to be very involved and very difficult. Especially when I suck at them. Which you'll see. But I will do my best. And we can chat about whatever. It doesn't have to be the game. We can chat about fucking Avatar Last Airbender again. But yeah, that's the plan for the end of the year. I know that we had the other challenge to get through all the PlayStation 2 games, but this is a backlog of games that I've really wanted to get through, and I feel like doing it on stream is more appropriate than just sitting off stream a bunch and doing it myself. And I think on stream, I'm gonna start. Even if I'm sick, I think I'm gonna stream. Even if I'm feeling like crap and I'm feeling sick, I think we're gonna come on a stream. And even if I'm having a little low day and we're having a little blah, dying, we're gonna sit here. We're die together. Hey, Chad, we're gonna be here dying together. So Monday to Thursday, not next week because I have a doctor's appointment on Monday, but Monday to Thursday, from here on, stream time. Fuck for the next 2 weeks. I just said it, Monday to Thursday. From here on, and the next 2 weeks are fucked because next week, Monday, I have a doctor's appointment. The following week has my birthday in it on a Thursday, and I'm gonna be not in the city. Like, I'm not gonna be at home all day that day. So I'll be streaming on Thursday that week. So, but most of the time we'll be here. We're gonna be streaming. It's gonna be a period. So we're streaming, period. And we're putting the hours in. And the streams may be a little bit longer than today is. I don't know. But we're gonna be streaming. We're gonna be busy. Doing stuff. But in saying that, some of the games will be entertaining though. Entertaining enough. Others, like Wizard of Legends, a good game, but not quite entertaining gameplay. Exactly. The games will be entertaining. I'm gonna try to keep the games as entertaining as possible, and Wizard of Legend is one that I probably suck at, so that'll be entertaining. And I don't think we played Wizard of Legend for a while. Yeah, Wizard of Legend is near the end. What? You don't think the roguelikes will be entertaining to watch? You don't want to watch me try to beat super hard games? I mean, some of them are super hard. Others are very easy. I know 2 of them. Bruh. You know more than 2 of them? You know more than 2 of the games! You play one of them! You know like 5 of the games at least! Come on! Those 2 are entertaining for very specific reasons. Okay, alright, whatever. But yeah. I think that with all of this said, with our plans going forward stated and in place, I think that I'm gonna end today here so that we can be totally ready for tomorrow and fully in place and ready to roll. We might do a bit of chatting tomorrow when we start, but after that, we're playing video games tomorrow. For real. We're not chatting for 2.5 hours. We're playing video games tomorrow. For real. Starting stream at 9? No, we're not starting stream at 9. I'm not even up at 9. My alarm's not even set for 9 because I'm tired. Because I'm EP. Too EP for life at 9. Tomorrow. Streaming. Playing video games. No, for real. We're playing games for real. I mean it. Playing games for real. We're playing games for real. As it is, the dog needs my attention now anyway, so. But guess what? We're raiding. Yeah. Get ready for this, chat. Bam. We're raiding somebody right now. Get over there and say hi. And be nice. Like you always are. We haven't raided somebody in forever. We're raiding somebody right now. Okay, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Whoever is playing the Zexal deck